Alright, Shalom, or basically how about Shamir Shai, about Shamir Dash. So one of the apostles at GreatMillStone, man. Anyway, you got this video, you have this individual on the subway, and pretty much, and I think it's New York, yeah, New York City. And then pretty much, you know, this video here, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know that. I mean, I'm gonna play it, but you know, this is why. Just first of all, this is why you gotta thank the Heavenly Father that you got the knowledge, and then second of all, this is how we know that 2/3 of our people are gonna be destroyed over there in America, and a lot of you, majority of you people across the world that are of these tribes, because you know this kind of behavior is just absolutely, now, you know, like I said, this is just out of whack. And this is where you got to be into this knowledge, man, and doing the right things, because these people in the world, they're just losing the plot. Anyway, let me play. And some of you brothers have probably seen it pop up or whatever, but you know, let me just play this, man. It's crazy.
Cell phone video captures the man in the red shirt going on an expletive-laced tirade at another rider, then pulling out a knife and waving it around, finally spitting at the rider before getting off the train. The victim did not want to reveal his identity. He says it all started on the E train at Canal Street after the suspect hit his young son in a stroller.
He was crying, and that's why they caught everybody's attention. The noise when he hit him on the arm. I have 2 kids, I wouldn't do anything like that. That's why I couldn't hold myself, and I say, listen, what you're doing is not right.
You can hear the 45-year-old victim speak out on the video.
I'm tough on myself, bro. I'm tough on myself, bro. Because he's my son and I can do that.
The suspect's son even yells at him at one point to stop.
I'm not stopping nothing until he do something.
It happens.
I mean, this is like just so ridiculous and low that you don't even know. You don't even know what to say now. There's so many degenerate types of things and acts that is going on with the 2/3 right now as we speak, and this is why they're going to be put down. And this kind of stuff is just not going to be in the kingdom, you know. That's why this knowledge that we get, it renews your mind. It makes you a better person. You know, and it brings you closer to righteousness rather than degradation and foolishness. Let me get a scripture out. I don't know what's gone sideways. Okay. Anyway, let me start with the obvious one. Hosea, where's it at? 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because that evidently is a display of having no knowledge. That is ignorance, that is demonic. And it says what? Because they've rejected knowledge. So that dude would probably walk past one of the camps and talk shit, you know, and cast the words behind him, and not, you know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You think the Lord's dealing with people like that? So he says, I will also reject these. So the Lord's saying to you, people like that, mate, you're not getting into the gates. They're just gonna have to get caught up in the, you know, all these scourges and plagues and the final judgments that the Lord's got set up, mate. And it's crystal clear, bro, because all, you know, like I said, man, it's just crazy. It says, thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. And when you check it out, you know, all the nation of Israel, nation of kings and priests, right? But then you got people running around saying we're gonna be saving black peoples, and we're out here for the elect, because it's really the elect that are gonna get this. You had people that rejected this, going back into the ancient world. under Moses and all that. I mean, are you trying to deliver those people that rejected the Lord back then even, bro? Like, it just doesn't make no sense. These same foul spirits, like this dude in this video, bro, they've been here and they've been rejecting the word for however long. Let me play some more of this.
Sunday.
For multiple lives that they've had, been rejecting the word. You know what I mean?
June 24th, around 3:30 in the afternoon. Then, at the West 4th Street stop, he held the subway doors open.
Come out here. Come out here.
That's obviously pretty scary.
Like, he's got his son with him, and he's doing that. I mean, that is just retarded. You know. And anyway, someone like that, man. You know, a lot of these jakes that you see walking around in the streets, these young degenerates, you know, 17 upwards or whatever, 16, even 15. A lot of these people, mate, they need to get stoned. Like, back then, in the ancient world, mate, they would have been getting stoned. You know, because this is just like, and this is all-time high levels of folly. Okay. Now there was two scriptures I was thinking of. One slipped my mind, but I know I'm gonna get. It says, "I will also forget thy children." So let me get the next one. Revelations 22. Just give me a sec. Right. Revelation 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. So that's even showing you that there's going to be individuals that you ain't even going to be trying to make them get this. You ain't going to try and make them get this. You're going to leave them to do whatever they're doing. And then that's going to be, you know, that's going to lead to their, you know, them pretty much, you know, going down. You know, and then, you know, like I said, you know, a lot of these, you know, a lot of these brats out there, they're not you can't rehabilitate them. You know, and that's just what you got to understand. It's just not happening. It's not going to happen. They're so far gone. You know, and you can turn around and say, well, oh yeah, I don't see that, but he could repent if you know. Yeah, well, you're technically right, but I can't see that, bro, personally. You know. Because that is just ridiculous. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. So we're labouring, so we get the reward. Because, you know, everybody that thinks it's cool to be wicked and all that, well, mate, you know, the Lord's coming back to reward everybody according to what they do. According to everything that you do, there's going to be a reward for you at the end of that. And whether it be blessings, judgments, deliverance, but everyone's going to get, and like I said, the deliverance is for the elect. So the majority of the peoples on the planet, mate, you're in for judgments. You know, this is what the scriptures tells you, man. End time prophecies. You know, we're in that time. You know, it says, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they which do his commandments, that they might have right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates into the city. For without our dogs, you talk about the scriptures ain't about insulting. Well, there's just one there for you, man. Okay. And sorcerers. Yeah, and the scriptures even says that rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So a lot of these dudes rebel against the Lord, and when what do they rebel? They do wicked deeds. They do wicked, nasty things. You know, they do things contrary to this word. You know, they eat pork, they eat shrimps, they kill, they take abominable substances, they're lying, they're murdering, all types of different things that the tribes are doing out here. Praying to statues, you know, acting like acting lower than beasts, you know, and it's just not on, because the Lord ain't gonna accept it. And that's why we're reading you these words, to show you that. It says, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. So there's a lot of people that ain't going to be getting in them gates, and you know, people like that doing madness like this, mate. This is just a low time on the planet, bro. And this just makes you say to yourself, furthermore, when you watch the news and you see America, Babylon, and the bear, Russia going at it, you know, it's a good thing. You rejoice at that. I mean,
you never know, and it just says you shouldn't confront people on the subway because it could be dangerous.
Police say the man who flashed the knife is now wanted for menacing.
The victim tells me he takes the E-train every day, and now he's worried that the suspect will retaliate.
If he pull a knife and threat your life in front of everybody and holding his child at the same time, he's a guy that doesn't have anything to lose.
The victim, who was not injured, says he was trying to do the right thing, and now he will never intervene again. In Greenwich Village, Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, the dude is an absolute degenerate. You know, like I said, this type of stuff is just, and it's not just him. It's not just him. It's you know, this is why there's going to be a big. That's why the Lord's going to really do something here. Isaiah 1 and what's it, 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know. My people do not consider. You know, you don't want to come back to the truth, man. That's why this is only for the elect, my sheep hear my voice. And we're pushing this word, and you know, you can't tell me that they ain't got computers and they ain't come across this information. You be walking in the street and you say, oh, look, man, I seen you on the internet. It always happens. You know, so you just know that people are checking out the content. So this word is out there, you know. Right, it says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, and that's him. You know, he couldn't be no leader or nothing, you know, in the kingdom, man. The Lord's gonna just eradicate of degenerates like that. Because we're making our bodies, you know, a living sacrifice, and we're, you know, trying to pretty much walk in the path of Yahushai. Because we're in this flesh and all that, but, you know, the rest of these tribes, they're animals, bro, out there. They're lower than beasts, you know, they're acting crazy out there, and, you know, you don't even want to go around them. You know, I don't go around them. You don't even want to see them. You know, you just want them put down, and they're going to be put down. Along with Esau and Babylon and all that. It's all getting put down, mate. Right? Seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone backward. So they're acting like degenerates. They're not progressing. They're acting like degenerates. And like I said, you know, when you check it out, you know, when you really check it out, bro, like, you know that, you know, we're supposed to be excelling our minds, you know, learning things, learning like the Hebrew and getting into things and getting some wiser. But these lads are becoming complete nonsense, degenerates, and, you know, that's why, mate, that it's just not gonna go down well for them. Pretty much, you know. It says, You know, you think people like that are getting in the gates, mate. It's not happening. It says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faints. He looks like someone that needs to be put in a damn straight jacket, man. Or really just put down. Like I said, put down. You know, people like that. Just, and there's many, like I said, you go on these social media pages to do with Jake, which I don't do that because I ain't got the time for that. I really have not. I'm not into all that sort of stuff. But if you do that, you'll see nothing but folly and degeneracy. You know, nothing of any kind of value or honor or anything. It's just lowly behaviours, bruv. And that's what they're doing. And all in all, with that being the case, you know, they're going down for that. Look, it says, why should you be stricken anymore? You revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faints. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it. So if there's no soundness in somebody from the top to bottom, mate, there ain't no reasoning with that. You got to get away from that person. Pretty much. Sounds like a zombie. It sounds like a zombie from one of them movies, mate. You know, you're around them, you might get contagious. You might, some spirits around them might jump on you. You want to be around some entity like that. And anyway, these, and Lord willing, I'll probably do a video on this. A lot of these two-thirds, they've got, you know, the spirits and all that following them, and they're gonna get put out by them. So why would you want to be around them? Because they're gonna get put out, mate. That's just what the facts. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up. That sounds like a zombie, bruv. You know, he's got gaping wounds like on his face, his arms oozing with pus and all that, and he's walking around dead. No soundness. That's them. You got to really want to get away from them. It says neither modified with ointment. So pretty much, like I said, man, you know, that was pretty much what I wanted to bring out, mate. But look at this. Look at this dude, man. Dude's a degenerate, and I don't know if he's judo or the
around 3:30 in the afternoon. Then at the West 4th Street stop, he held the subway doors open.
Come out here. Come out here. Come out here.
That's obvious.
Call the old boy, I don't know what he is, but you know, he's damn sure it's Jake. You know that much. Okay, and that's why no one respects Jakes, man. Alright. You know.
It's pretty scary.
You never know.
Stop 3:30 in the afternoon. Then at the West 4th at one point to stop.
I'm not stopping nothing until you do something.
Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom, man.